Welcome to the Dizzleverse.
Hey everybody, how we doing?
I'm here with Dutchy. We're here to continue our universe mode. Let's show Dutchy where we're at a little bit. We got Raw and WCW. Looks like the New Days and the Dudleys are our next match. Our main event is Jey Uso and Seth Rollins.
We carrying Cross and Gunther, that's good.
And those two. We could make that for the belts if we want. Because I kind of want to go with the booking of this, like how they book it. But there are some tweaks we can make along the way.
Yeah.
All right. So there's this.
Okay.
That's your champion, undisputed. There's your Intercontinental. It's kind of
World
similar.
Tag. Well, the World Tag changed Monday night,
But we only have Finn as Demon in here, and I got rid of JD.
Oh.
Because I
You
kind of
fired JD McDonough?
yeah. Because I kind of built like a perfect roster in my vision.
You fired JD McDonough? Would you keep Carlito?
I did actually, yes.
What? There we go. All right. And WCW, what do we got?
Hogan.
Hogan, Paige, the Outsiders. That makes sense. She wasn't even. I don't even think she was born. WCW.
Well, she's the women's champion, and Terry Funk's the hardcore baby.
Well, that definitely makes sense.
All right. So that's what we're working with right now. We're building up to Backlash just for WWE. We'll get something going.
So it's Raw and WCW.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Okay.
Backlash is just going to be a Raw pay-per-view.
Gotcha.
What was the WCW main pay-per-view?
A main WCW pay-per-view?
A May.
A May? Slamboree.
Oh, so we could do Slam. We could create Slamboree later. And we'll still do King and Queen of the Ring for both.
Okay.
But let's get into this. Let's do a tag. But you want to be the Dudleys or the New Day?
Well, technically, I never really thought I'd want to be either one of them. I'll be New Day.
All right. I'll be the Dudleys. Pick Xavier. Because then I think you get to play as both.
Oh, okay. That works. I find it funny, like, with New Day, and then, like, you know, because they had probably their best match the other night when they lost the titles, but they didn't really have a good reign.
No, they had a nothing reign.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think of how over they were when they told Big E to fuck off.
Yeah.
They had so much nuclear heat, and then now they're just kind of a nothing burger on the show, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah, because you start... Sometimes it's like, all right, you have a really good start to an angle. It's like the whole Cena heel turn.
Yeah.
That was a really good way to pull that off, but then there's nothing in the follow-up.
Yeah. At least they had a couple things for Cena to do, though, but they had nothing for them.
Yeah.
They knew they were going to win the titles at WrestleMania, so they did that. But besides that, it's been nothing.
Even after that, they really didn't do much,
No.
you know, leading up to the WrestleMania match.
No.
They figured they'd shut people up by giving them the titles, but...
Yeah, they haven't really had anything for them. It's weird.
Yeah.
Considering how over they were as bad guys. They could have been main characters on the show at that point. And really helped the tag division.
Yeah.
They went a different route. And there's our boys. Well, there's me.
Bubba and Devon.
Oh, baby, we are about to get extreme.
Here we go. The Dudley boys, baby.
It's just funny that, like, now that Bubba's kind of, like, loosely aligned with WWE again, that, like, Devon, who was technically fired...
Yeah. Well, what role was he there in?
He was producing a lot of shows for NXT.
Oh, okay. And they got rid of him?
Yeah, it was... I mean, again, it was probably more budget cuts than anything, because, you know, Nick Khan's a big, you know, trim the fat in the budget guy.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
That's a bitch slap.
Oh, I missed you. Taking out Devon, huh?
Why not?
Let you get some shit in here.
Appreciate it.
And our New Day is our tag champions in our Dizzleverse universe here.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna work.
I'll give you one. This is not for the titles, though. I think we're gonna make the women's tag match a title match, though. What do you think?
I like that. Now let's see. Oh, yep, I'm Kofi.
All right, it worked.
I think so. I mean, I'm
Seems
getting
like-
to do the moves as him. I did not mean to do that.
That's not enough. Oh. Dumping my fat ass out, huh?
Yeah, why not?
Back in.
That is not necessarily something that Kofi would be able to do, would be lifting him up. Oh! That hurt.
Bubba's got
And
the
now,
advantage.
and now Dizzle's just like, all right, I let you have a few moves. Now I gotta tag in my brother.
Gotta get Devon in there. Get the tables! Now this is a dream match. Did they do this when they came back? They had to.
They didn't work with. It wasn't Kofi and Xavier. It was obviously Big E and Kofi.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and by the way, like when we did our tag team rankings for the Wrestling Through the Years podcast, by the way, part 2
Just dropped.
just officially dropped. I know this isn't necessary. I mean, it's live on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
We're live on Twitch.
Yeah.
Well, if you get tired of watching us on Twitch, tune in about 15 minutes to the Wrestling Through the Years YouTube, and you can hear us do our tag team rankings.
Yeah.
We did the Dudleys last week. I don't think we got to the New Day yet, but
No, we did not do the New Day.
which is weird. But we did the Dudleys last week, and it's funny because I saw the thumbnail for it this morning, and Eric put the Dudleys back in the thumbnail. And it's just like, we already did them. And I think they were one of the higher ratings that we did.
Yeah. I think they're still the top. If not, didn't the Usos beat them, or are they tied?
No,
with
they
the Usos?
tied. Nobody got past 144, I don't think.
Yeah. Which is insane. The Midnights didn't. That was nuts.
Yeah, the Steiners almost did, but it's just funny, and then like it was the same thing. Like when we did because I kind of had the same formula for my Cartoon Classic tournament when we were doing the league battles,
Yeah.
and
That was good.
we did. It was the same thing, and that's why I always kept inviting extra judges on there because I wanted to see people get more points. And the one episode where we did Batman's league battle, and I had 7 judges, which wasn't necessarily fair because there were some episodes we only had 4.
Yeah. Exactly.
But you want to see cartoons or teams or whatever get as many points as possible.
Especially some of the best ones.
Yeah,
I do like the Usos, so I'm glad they did good, but
yeah, they definitely they tied,
yeah.
which was a good thing. But scratching your foot so the cat leave you alone.
No, I just had an itch. You're about to get counted out.
Bubba would leave me alone. Either that or he's going to try to throw me in.
Nope.
There you go. Break the count. Classic tag team. Or classic ring strategy. It's like if you want to get a win. I should probably think about tagging Kofi.
Well, I'm trying to get you for a tag team finisher here because I got one built up. I think if I get you in the corner. Damn it. Batch.
Oh, that's kind of what we do.
No, you piece of shit. You countered it. That was good, and now I'm
Alright.
bleeding.
Alright.
See,
Get the hell in the ring.
if you get me in the corner and do the finisher thing, that's a tag finisher too if you have one built up. You can't do it with Kofi. You could have done it with Woods. You could do a tag move still.
Well, this is kind of a stupid move here.
I'll let you
Woods just got... There you go.
right in the corner. Other corner.
I didn't say it was going to be right.
I got the tag first.
And Bubba just sucker shotted me.
This is actually a pretty good tag
Yeah.
match. He dropped him.
Oh, wrong button. Oh. Get me in the nuts.
Yes. Bubba's feeling himself. He's having a moment. Alright, you're done. It's time for a little 3D action. No, I didn't let you get it.
It's kind of cheap.
Fuck. Oh, Kofi need me. Oh. Very good.
Try to get a cheap win.
He almost got it. I think our universe is starting out pretty good, huh?
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a lot better than what. Definitely a lot better than what their matches turned out to be
In the actual
back in the day.
Competition at its finest. This is what it's all about. Yeah, these competitors are refusing to back down.
Yes. You're getting 3D'd, motherfucker.
Oh!
No, Bubba! How the hell did you kick out of that? That was actually pretty cool. We might have to let you go over after that. And because Kofi did a terrible job trying to help you. Kofi just went after Bubba.
Wait, what the heck?
You kicked out of that.
How?
And the
I
buck-
wasn't even pushing the button.
Well, you hit it. You botched that, but you hit it. Try to get me in the corner for a tag finish. If you can. Or just hit your normal finish.
I don't even know what the heck the normal finish even is.
We'll let you go over. Unless Bubba breaks it up. There you go. Ah!
That piece of garbage.
Over the top and lands awkwardly outside. He finds a counter for Bubba.
Bubba's bleeding. Should I hit my finish on the ref? That'd be some cool shit.
Yeah. I mean, I've hit the ref a couple of different times, but... Oh, Bubba counter.
It's over. Dudley Boys W. If you kicked out, that'd be badass.
Yeah.
Good match, dude. That was cool.
That was pretty good.
And I love tag team wrestling, but the tag matches in the games aren't always the funnest.
I hate working tag matches in video games.
But this one was actually pretty cool. And now we got another one. Very good.
Yeah.
Raw's tag division's looking good. And now they can
better than the actual Raw.
Well, if they don't book it, we'll challenge these two at Backlash for the title.
By the way, it was amazing.
Look at some highlights.
Yeah.
That was a good bump.
And then so was this right here.
The old classic Devon headbutt. The hot tag.
As they elbow dropped him in the butt.
Alright, let's make this for the belts.
Okay.
Build this women's tag division, damn it. And then we got your boy and Gunther.
Oh, God.
We won't make that for the world. Well, actually, Cena's got the title. Alright, let's do this. Who do you want to be? You want to be on the same team or fight again?
We'll fight against each other.
You want to be the champions or the challengers?
I'll be the challengers.
Alright. Pick Asuka.
Hold on. There we go.
You're going down.
Hey, I almost had it. Like, if Bubba would have, like, just stayed on the apron and ate his french fries, he would.
If he minded his own fucking business. Back when Damage Control was a group.
Yeah.
Now they're all back, but they're all kind of doing their own thing.
And she's the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's the women's world champion.
I do have her as the world champion on here. I don't know who's going to challenge her at Backlash. Like I said, I'm going to try to go with the way the computer books it a lot, but I will make little tweaks. Some stuff makes sense. Just because, you know, it can get wacky. It's crazy that the AI in WWE 12 for Universe Mode was, like, perfect. I love Kairi Sane.
She's very good. And now that, like, they're kind of pushing her a little bit.
It was hilarious.
Which is weird.
I felt bad for Liv getting injured, but her reaction afterwards was fucking hilarious. And her
Yeah.
the ring had fucking been dancing and shit.
Well, because she didn't know what to do.
Yeah, she was like, what the fuck's going on?
She's just like, all right, what do I do? It's not like one of those Snoop Dogg situations where you could just go punch somebody in the mouth and continue the match.
Yeah, there was nobody else there. So she just kind of had to be like, yeah! So what do you think about the whole conversation? Do you think Jade has been kind of exposed as not getting that better? Or what's your opinion on Jade? Because people didn't really like the Asuka match either, and they're kind of people really didn't like the Roxanne match.
It fell flat at the end.
Yeah.
Because Jade, and you could tell, like, there was almost a situation where the referee's just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But also, because you saw at the end, Jade's shoulders were also down.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're going to play into that or what.
We might find out tonight. Because Jade's SmackDown.
Yeah, Jade's on SmackDown.
I know Asuka's
mean,
kinda
they're
raw.
going to build something like they have to build. And by the way, like this Evolution 2, which is next week, by the way.
Just started getting built towards.
Yeah. And a lot of the talent are not happy with that because they're running against All In. Or no, they're not running against All In because All In is the same night as Saturday night's main event. But they're actually running up against a Beyonce concert, which is going to be right across the street.
Oh, those are fucking huge.
Yeah. So they're just like, why are we doing all this stuff like
And the
this?
same kind of demographic.
Yeah. Why are we doing all this stuff like... We shouldn't run... Because WWE had the idea of, let's run all this stuff. Let's have like a major wrestling weekend. Because they got Saturday night's main event on Saturday. And then they also have...
I never needed you.
Not only do they have Evolution that night, but earlier in the day they're running NXT's Great American Bash.
Yeah.
Which nobody really cares about.
No.
So it's... So a lot of the talent is like not very... not very happy with how stuff is getting built.
Nah, you can't blame them because this should have been like a month or 2 month build, and Io and Rhea should have been really. It shouldn't have just been kind of scrapped together like this.
Yeah.
Especially because that could be a good main event. You could have instead of doing fucking the whole Becky and Lyra and shit. Becky and I loved the idea you had for the ladder match, for Becky and Bayley at Evolution.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much stuff that could be. You have the women's roster to do a really good Evolution too. But it seems like with the Battle Royal and the 4-way tag match, it kind of seems like it's going to be one of those where everybody's just thrown on there.
Well, the 4-way tag match was kind of just put together because of what happened to Liv.
Yeah. But even then, you could have easily... Like, the Bellas have been... I know Nikki's kind of back. I don't know what she's probably going to be in the Battle Royal, but Bella's...
Probably going to be in it now. I mean, according to Nikki... Like, the Bellas were set for a run, and Brie was backstage that night with Nikki, the night that Liv got hurt. And they were going to do, like, there was this whole angle plan, but then if you listen to Brie, in a recent interview she did, she was not backstage at Raw. She was... WWE never called her to do anything.
Yeah.
Now, again, if you listen to Nikki, they were ready for the run, and they had both been called.
Because instead of doing the 4 tag teams, you would think it'd be Roxanne and Raquel versus the Bellas.
You're right.
But, you know. And I love, Rhea. I love the prospect of Rhea and Io again. Bless you. And a lot of people are complaining that Io didn't really get a good title reign herself.
Well, yeah, they're saying that because she hasn't defended the title since WrestleMania.
Yeah, but that was like the ultimate defense. But it is probably gonna. There's most likely Rhea's getting that belt back.
Yeah, because the way I can kind of see it is, I personally think that they want to build to Rhea versus Stephanie Vaquer.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
even
a match.
Even though Stephanie hasn't been on Raw in a couple weeks, but they're also
Isn't she in the Battle Royal?
I'm pretty sure she's gonna be. Yeah.
I think they announced it.
Well, I know they said something about Chad Gable said Ivy needs to take care of Stephanie Vaquer.
I wonder, because you could do. Julia, who are you going to put up against Julia? Are you going to do a Zelina rematch or for that U.S. title?
I mean, you could, because I don't think you're going to do.
Because the tag team from SmackDown most likely is going to be Charlotte and Alexa, and I think they're probably going to end up winning the belts.
It's going to be Charlotte and Alexa, because it's not going to... Well, it's either going to be Charlotte and Alexa, or it could be Piper and Alba. Maybe Nick Aldis will set something up tonight with, all right, we'll find out who's going to work the match. But, yeah, the Evolution build-up is just weird, because, you could kind of tell that this was kind of just more of a, Evolution 2 is kind of just a reaction to people saying, all right, they don't care about the women's division anymore.
Yeah. Because, you do have a roster to make a really good Evolution, too.
Well, and the thing is, it was better a couple months ago, but then you got rid of a bunch of people.
Well, yeah, because that NXT tag team, that if that was a few months ago, it would have been Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, little Kyrie. Ooh. There's a title match, ladies and gentlemen. No.
There we go. And I'm kind of surprised because I'm sure that like they're also kind of feeling the effects that Bianca's not, ready to go yet.
Yeah, because that would have been a big one. Because I would say do something different. Because it seemed like what they thought Bianca was coming back, they were going to do Liv and Io, and they were probably going to do Bianca and Rhea.
Yeah.
Which is what seemed like the plan would have been. She's flying. No! Because what would be like with the roster you have if everybody was there? What would be your perfect like evolution? What would you put in as the main event? Would you do the ladder?
The main event would probably be. I would do Becky and Bayley in the ladder match.
Yeah.
I mean, Lyra kind of did deserve to be in there because she's a former champion, but it's Bayley and Becky.
Yeah, that's the money match. Lyra doesn't need to be in the main event yet. That's not a main event draw. No offense.
Yeah.
Not yet.
But to me, that should be the. Well, that's pretty good. That should have been the main event, and then you do, if Liv wasn't hurt, you would do the Bellas versus Liv and Raquel for the tag titles. I would have Roxanne work. Honestly, I would actually have Roxanne work with Lyra.
Yeah.
Because they were, rivals back in NXT. And then on the SmackDown side, I would do Naomi and Jade. And, like, maybe put them in a cage. To kind of put the bow on that.
Yeah.
I would do Tiffany and Trish. Like, I think they're going to set that up tonight.
Tiffany and Trishy?
Yeah. So, I would do that.
Hot tag. Asuka's back in already?
I did that by accident. I think I was trying to climb the roll.
The Empress of Tomorrow. We gotta go over a little bit.
But, and then, like, I would do, like, as far as Charlotte and Alexa go, I would kind of keep them doing the thing with the Hervis.
I would probably just do the singles match.
With Charlotte and Alexa?
Yeah, and then have them team after. Kyrie and Alexa or Asuka dominate.
Yeah. Well, they were. And then, Julian probably
KOD. Very good match.
It was. But yeah, I would also do. I would have saved Julia beating Zelina for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done it in a random, match in a country that hates women.
What, Zelina and Julia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one felt weird too. Zelina didn't really get a good reign.
No.
But she just isn't that over.
Well, when your theme music is the same. When your theme music is the same as the opening theme to the show,
yeah,
you're not gonna get over.
And that's Selena's.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Cardi B song that they used for the opening of SmackDown, even though they really don't do it anymore, is Zelina's theme music.
Yeah, that's weird. That is a weird choice.
So it's just it doesn't. You're not going to get over that way. And Julia has actually had a hard time connecting with the audience since she's even been in the States.
Cross has got a mic. He's challenging anybody to get their ass down here now. Who do you think's gonna take it?
Well, since they just picked the guy that.
Who's it gonna be? Who's taking this whooping? Oh my God, it's good. Oh my God.
The Ring General.
Gunther. We'll let Gunther go over.
Gunther kind of looks like Cody Rhodes if Cody Rhodes got shipped to a different country.
Austrian Cody.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if they used like similar models for their faces.
Yeah, that would be kind of funny.
To restore prestige, and no one can stop the ring general.
We'll play these next two matches, and then we'll get a little Injustice in.
Okay.
We'll see what the WCW card looks like, though.
Yeah.
I think this has been a good card so far.
Yeah, I enjoyed both tag matches. I think I got screwed in the New Day match.
It was a bit of a screw job. The Philadelphia screw job.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Cross is working up a poop.
He's trying to keep his push. Fuck. People are really into him online. Should we end it like that? No way.
Half a star.
Can't do that to Cross. This would be a good physical, hard-hitting match.
Yeah.
Be too heel.
And I really do think, even though Cross is kind of acting as a heel, there is potential for him. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
There is potential for him, I think, to be a babyface, especially because the crowd's trying to get him over.
Yeah. Because he's got that Punk vibe of, like, they don't want him, the company doesn't want him to be over, but the crowd's into him.
Yeah.
They're the Zack Ryder deal a little bit.
Well, because, I mean, they didn't want Punk to be over either.
No. That's what I'm saying. Can he take him off his feet? Yep. Oh. We can't do it like that.
I don't know how to kick out. I kicked out the one time earlier, and that was it.
Yeah, when the bar was so small.
I'm better at doing shit on accident.
Aren't we all, bud?
And now it's Cross's turn to be on the receiving end of some callous offense. Yeah, Gunther.
But yeah, like when they did the whole Punk, remember when Punk wrestled Cena, he was a heel.
Yeah.
But one, they were going into Chicago.
He was so over from that pipe bomb, though. Oh, that's cool.
Dragon Sleeper, done move made famous by an old friend of yours from, or old friend of yours, or not old friend of yours, old favorite of yours, Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah. Look, we were watching a little bit of him when we were watching Nitro.
Yeah.
What was that episode we watched again?
February 23rd, 1998.
That was a good epi.
It was. They had a string of really good episodes in a row. Like those last few weeks before WWE won the war.
Yeah.
Like you could tell that they were still like firing and also, and even after WWE started winning the war.
Well, yeah, but this was still back and forth, though, wasn't it? Till finger poke.
Yeah. Well, that episode we watched, they technically were still winning.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not like WWE started winning the war right away, though. Wasn't it like back and forth?
It was back and forth until the finger poke, and then I don't think they lost anywhere else. I mean, WCW was still doing good business because they had a really good buy rate for Super Brawl that year.
Yeah. But then the next year, wasn't it like down like 800,000 or something?
Oh
crazy?
yeah, it was. I mean, they could still pull a three rating out at some point. You know, every once in a while, like when Sid won the title, they pulled out a 3.
Yeah.
But when they
Here we go, power bomb. We'll have them go over with that. Poor Cross. It's a good win for Gunther, though.
yeah. But yeah, I think like for the rest of like that was like the best rating they got in 2000 when Sid won the title, and then afterwards it was just like they were lucky if they got 2s.
Yeah. I still gotta watch that Ibushi Okada match. I'll probably put it on when we get off after this.
Yeah.
From Dynamite. Dynamite was pretty good last week, though.
Yeah, they said that this past week's Dynamite was probably one of the best ones they had done in a while, and it would have done really well if it was the go home show.
Yeah. It really would have.
Like if All In was this weekend, like that was like a perfect go home.
Yeah, because you had Mercedes and Tony building that up, and you had the whole Okada and Omega thing.
Okada, Omega, plus, you know, you got the setup for the tag match with the Bucks and Ospreay and Swerve.
Yeah. And Ospreay, that's going to be real good.
Yeah.
They got a good card coming up. I'm excited for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
I mean, we're not going to spend the $50 to watch it.
I might. I'm definitely going to check it out. The Yeet Man, this will probably be the #1 contenders match. Winner faces Cena at Backlash. You like the idea of that?
I like the idea there, yeah.
Let's see who gets it. The Yeet Man.
Who's who again?
You're Jay.
Oh, okay.
You're Captain Yeet. If you press start, we can skip past this scene. Here we go. Hard-hitting main event. This is a big main event anywhere in the country.
Yeah, pretty much.
These are 2 stars right now.
No one has been as constant threat in the ring as Seth Rollins has. A true innovator of our industry. He's always at the top of his game. Look at it, catch him off guard. And he breaks the pin right away. Yeah, it takes more
Can't let you off that easy.
big reversal by Rollins. Trading counters and reversals back and forth.
Got a battle of reversals.
Delivers the leg drop. Escapes out of that attack.
It's funny, like, somebody asked Seth Rollins, it's like, were you really thinking about cashing in on John Cena? And he's like, no. He goes, I just wanted to... He goes... So he basically flew halfway around the world
Just to fuck Punk.
Yeah.
But that's what Punk did to fuck Drew, remember?
Yeah. And AJ Styles did it to LA Knight to cost him the Elimination Chamber back in Australia.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it has to happen. You gotta fly for a fuck job.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh! Let Jay get some shit in here. Samoan drop, baby.
Uh-huh. And he just knocked himself out.
Alright, let's play a little game. You ready?
Sure.
I'm going to start naming wrestlers, and you have a company. And it doesn't matter about payroll or anything. This is just your perfect version of a modern wrestling company, alright?
Okay.
Perfect roster. Tell me if you'd keep them or if you'd get rid of them, alright?
Yeah.
And then say if you'd push them to the top, too. Kyle Fletcher.
I would keep him, and he would be one of my not necessarily top level heels, but he would be
Look, a good mid-card heel.
a good mid card heel that would get wins
Oh,
every once in a while.
I like that. Asuka.
I would definitely keep her, and she would be one of those that like you could get a good TV main event out of her.
Yeah.
Took his eyes off his opponent for just a second now, and they're taking advantage against the Visionary.
The hell was that?
I don't know. I liked it, though.
Stepped aside, avoiding damage.
You're just like, there, enough of that.
Rollins with that maneuver just proved he's as much of a
No sell.
Yeah.
Go for the splash. Or do the run spear.
That's quick thinking at its finest.
So Asuka and Kyle Fletcher, that's it.
So far.
Yeah.
Jay with an opening to go high.
Oh, we got a good main event going here.
Yeah.
Jay is in a
Uh-oh.
vulnerable position here. Look out. Stop. Jay is out. That is it.
Keep it going. Jada Parker.
I definitely keep her. There's a lot of upside to her, but it's nothing that.
And his body has to be
Hit the splash, the finisher.
from the top.
Well, not quite. But it was a good headbutt.
Yeah, Jade is one of those
Again. Uso.
There you go.
that you want to keep, because you know that you can build her up as a star.
Ah, he's out.
Oh boy, look at Jay's eyes.
He's
just
like, what the fuck? I was supposed to go over. Oh. Yeah, I would keep Jada too. She's got so much potential.
He breaks the ref's count before two. This is where great cardio makes all the difference, helping you stay alive deep into the match. Oh, kick right in the face. Super kick finds the rock.
That was a cool exchange.
Yeah, I like that.
Misses big time. Rollins with an own mark.
Rollins might have to steal it here.
And plenty of damage continues to mount on Jay.
Here we go. Orange Cassidy.
I've always liked Orange Cassidy, and I would keep him, but just as
Why
like,
right trigger?
I got it.
Oh, did you?
I mean, I kicked out.
Oh, you didn't even use the Y right trigger.
No, I just kicked.
That was badass.
No, Orange Cassidy is one of those that like you want to keep because you know he's over with the crowd.
Really?
Yeah.
I get rid of him.
Well, especially now that he's proven that he can work,
Yeah.
you know you're going to get a reaction out of him.
One of the most impressive moves I've ever seen. Nasty right hand. It's a guy to the floor. Uh-oh. Crossbody to the floor. Unbelievable athleticism.
All right. How about like a Sheamus at this level in his career?
And I've always liked Sheamus,
Yeah.
except for I hated the Cesaro shit.
Yeah.
And that's just also because I hate Cesaro. But he's one of those that I would kind of keep him as a authority figure.
See, I'd keep him as like a baby face to get like mid-card heels over. Like for what he did for Rusev, I'd have him do for everybody.
Yeah. Because he can get good matches out of guys.
How about Akira Tozawa?
I like him, but he'd be one of the guys I'd probably get rid of.
Kick right to the gut. Kick
Shelton Benjamin.
Uh,
Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move.
I think there's still a lot more you can get out of him.
He's great as a tag guy.
Yeah. He's always been good as a tag guy.
From the top. Diving headbutt. They might be able to put this one away right here.
Jesus.
We got a match.
Thought that was 3.
Yee. Bronson Reed.
To be honest with you, I would get rid of him.
You got the rope break. All right.
Wow.
You think you could do a running spear?
I don't know.
We're gonna find out. Run towards me.
I don't think I can Georgia.
I can just yeet. That's all the energy I have left. You can go for the splash. I'd go to the other corner. But... Oh. Yeet. 4 letters. One word. Yeet. Counter. Oh! Go up top. Or not. He's like, I'm hitting that spear. See, you can hit it now. Oh. Good drop. There you go. There you go. It's over.
Hell yeah. What a match.
4 letters. Yee, yee, yee. That was very good. Jey Uso.
I would definitely keep it. He's too over.
Would you keep him pushed?
Yeah.
Main event scene?
Yeah, mainly because I wouldn't want his father to come and stick his ass in. No, it's just, and
See that last one. Beautiful.
he's just one of those guys that, like, he's too over not to push him.
He is.
And if they do what everybody thinks they're going to do and they turn him heel, they are out of their damn minds.
Yeah. Yeah, he's way too over it. You turn Cody before you turn him.
Yeah. Holy crap.
It's a good first match. How about that?
What in the hell?
No, that's a Russo WCW so far.
I was just going to say, like,
That's a main event right there.
that is a huge main event. So your opener and your main event are what's going to carry your show.
Then you got some weird shit. That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Oh, but Femi and Julia would be crazy. All right. Let's play some Injustice real quick. I might have to get Red Hood for $6.
You know, Batman, of course, Batman the Animated Series won the Cartoon Classic over on the Wintoons Combined YouTube channel.
Yes.
And also, what's funny is that I've had people that haven't had their teams drawn yet, haven't had their teams drafted yet. They're like, oh my God, I want Batman. And I was just like, good for you.
Good for you.
It's like I can't, like, it's picked via the wheel. And I pick your name out of a hat.
Here we go. Do a versus. Who you gonna be? You gotta press A.
Oh. It would help, wouldn't it?
Add new. And then press B.
B?
I think so, yeah. Should just be a guest. Fuck it.
Yeah.
There you go. Worked out, didn't it?
Yeah. Now I just got to decide who I'm going to be.
You know what other guy I gotta buy and unlock?
Who's that? Oh, Adam?
No.
Oh. How did he get on there?
I have no idea, but they got him. And they got Raiden, obviously, because the guys that make Mortal Kombat made this.
Yeah.
But they also have Hellboy.
I saw that. You got to purchase him, too.
Yeah. And Black Manta, Enchantress, and the Atom should be in the base game. That's bullshit. Poison Ivy.
There's an episode of Batman the Animated Series where Poison Ivy... where
Kitty got claws.
Poison Ivy actually, she starts her own family. And, like, there was, like, some stuff that was happening where Batman was investigating her, but she's under her real name. She's got a family. She's got a husband and 2 kids.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure, well, you know, she's on the straight and narrow. Well, it turns out that her husband and 2 kids were just made out of plants.
Oh, yeah, that was a good episode.
It was.
And it really showed a lot about her character, too.
Yeah, well, they did such a great job in character development.
Oh, yeah, that show was perfect.
With Batman, it was why it won the damn thing. And by the way, like in the cartoon classic, they did not like they would win 4-2. They would win or they won 4-1, 4-1, and 4-2 when they had to be.
So it's not like they dominated, but they did pretty good.
No, I would actually say it was a domination, like 4-1, and then. How do I, like, move ahead?
The analog.
Oh.
You gotta go over with it. To the right. There you go.
Oh. But, like, yeah, like, they would, like, when they beat Batman and Simpsons 4-1, it's just like, all right, nobody's really going to stop them. And then they beat Pokemon 4-2.
Well, it just really showed the power of the DC universe, and hopefully this new Superman movie can, because that is the ultimate franchise right there. That could be right up there with fucking Disney, Nintendo. As far as storytelling and the characters you have and the different brands, you could have a movie for each of these fucking characters, trilogies for Poison Ivy, Catwoman, all these people.
Yeah.
Like, and there's so much story, and the animated series especially, because you had, like, that started Harley Quinn, who's one of the biggest characters for the brand now. And that started her.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because I had no idea who Harley Quinn was, and I think I just beat you.
Nah.
I thought I did. But I had no idea who Harley Quinn was until I saw the animated series.
Yeah. And she wasn't a comic character before that. And then they made her a comic character. And then the movies and shit.
Yeah.
And same thing, Mr. Freeze was already a character, but he was kind of like a corny Silver Age character.
Yeah, he didn't... Like, I think it was the New Adventures of Batman where they kind of put him in.
Well, no, but Batman the Animated Series, that Heart of Ice episode, that's when they really fleshed him out with the backstory about the wife, Nora, and everything. And now he's one of the more compelling characters there's ever been. I'm trying to hit the super... There we go. You're done.
Uh-oh.
Fuck, I missed you. Hit all the triggers and everything real quick. There you go. I'll let you work. Because these are cool to watch. Oh, shit. I think you won this round. That was cool, wasn't it?
Wow.
See, Poison Ivy's a badass. Hopefully she's in this new universe. Who would you cast as her?
As her? That's actually a really good question.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, hold on. I just said rematch.
Yeah, I did that on accident. We're picking a new character. My vote meant more, apparently.
Good. All right, so who would I cast as Poison Ivy?
Yeah, young female actress. Right? Well, or old. I'd go with a popular fan casting, and I think she's an actress that's got the chops. We haven't seen her in a big franchise like that. Emma Stone.
I would either say Emma Stone or I would go Brittany Snow.
Oh, that's a good one too.
She's the girl from Pitch Perfect,
Yeah,
I believe.
she'd be good. I could also see that Anya Taylor-Joy as it too. Swamp Thing?
Yeah, why not?
I like it.
But yeah, I would say you said who'd you say?
Emma Stone.
Either Emma Stone or
I like Anya Taylor-Joy too. She's a blonde, but you could easily give her red hair.
yeah.
Where's this? We got to fight in the swamp. Slaughter Swamp.
But yeah, Brittany Snow would be a good one too.
She would be perfect. I love her as an actress. She was good in that X movie, the horror one, with Jenna Ortega. She was good in that.
I just can't take you seriously.
How cool is this?
Oh yeah.
That's usually my line. Begin.
Oh shit. Punch you in the dick. 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 We'll do one more fight after this one.
Okay. And I forgot how much I liked it. Well, I like arcade style fight games.
Yeah. And this is very Mortal Kombat-y.
Yeah.
And we love because I'm a DC fanboy. That's my shit. But
Yeah.
you're into it too.
I'm into it. Because also too, I like the cartoon aspect of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, they have a deep history in animation from the Super Friends on.
Yeah. With Super Friends, that you have to be picked for the Animated Anarchy series. Nobody has drawn that yet, but that could very well change tomorrow night when we draft some more teams, and then we're gonna pre-record tomorrow the next 2 weeks because I'm gonna be out of town.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So we should have at least 20 to 25 teams drafted tomorrow, or 20 to 25 more teams drafted. So hopefully we'll have close to 30 teams drafted all together.
Look at this.
Holy crap!
Holy shit.
And he got up, he no-sold it. Yeah, we have 14 teams drafted right now. We got 47 left to go.
Superman and I disagree.
There you got it. Yeah, hopefully the Superman movie makes it to where all that cool shit from the animated series and Justice League Unlimited is on the movie screen now.
Yeah.
Because that's the idea. That's what everybody wants. All right. One last fight. Who are we going to be? Let's make it a good one.
So I want to go to some of these that all right, so Red Hood is one thing you still have to purchase. Dark Side.
Those are two you need.
Yeah.
They should be in the base game.
All right, so hold on.
You got Bane, Scarecrow, Deadshot.
All right, so Brainiac you have to purchase. Raiden. Donatello or Mega?
It's blue.
All right, yeah, so that's Leonardo, Adam, Starfire.
Nightwing's Boo. You know what? I'm going to be Flash.
Black Manta you still have to purchase. Sub-Zero, Hellboy, Enchantress. So, all right. Now that I already...
Bless you, my boy.
Thank you. Saw ones that you don't have. I got to go to ones that
That we do have.
Here we go. This is always a fun one.
These are good friends,
Yeah.
but they have been at odds from time to time. Go to Red Sun Prison. Last fight on the Dizzleverse. Thank you for joining us if you have, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry that my allergies have kind of...
Make sure to check out Dutchy on the Cartoon Podcast tomorrow night at 7. And make sure to keep checking us out at Wrestling Through the Years at 6:30 on Friday.
Yep.
Hopefully you got 2 screens on right now. One
Yeah.
of this. Is that Superman in jail over there?
It looks like Clark, doesn't it?
Yeah. Looks like he's getting worked on. Poor guy. Alright, to round out the wrestler list of people you would keep, Hangman Adam Page.
Oh, definitely keep him. I've always been a huge fan of him.
Would you keep him main event, even with like a Jey Uso and a big roster, or would you have him more mid-card?
He would be the guy that I would have challenge for the title but not win.
Yeah.
But I would have him as a mid-card, like a U.S. or Intercontinental Champion. Or even like a North American Champion or something like that.
This one's cool.
What the hell?
I'm taking you to Egypt, bitch. Dinosaurs. Now you got hit at all your triggers. Oh shit, look at that.
Don't make me call Batman. Not till these boots melt.
Bullshit. You won the last 2, you can't go over again. I don't want you getting an ego on me. It's a good way to end it.
Yeah. He's dusting off his suit. You already won.
You don't have to rub it in.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining the Dizzleverse. Dutchy, thank you for being here.
No
Always
problem.
a pleasure. And we'll see everybody next time. Goodbye.
See ya.